What's up, guys? This is Kalo, and normally I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming, but welcome back to another episode of Community Kitchen, where we're cooking up the latest and greatest gaming news headlines. And I am joined today by my sous chef, Aiden. Why don't you say what's up?
Hi, everybody. I like things that I can hold in my hand.
Hold it in your hands. Before
And
we get
don't think about it badly.
Hey, it's a brand new day. But before we get into any of that, we'd like to say thank you to each and every one of you guys who are subscribing, liking these videos, and keeping it locked to Game Sandwich for all your gaming news, rumors, and reviews. Speaking of news, an Xbox Summer Showcase was held on Sunday. And the worst kept secret in gaming, because we did get leaks about this prior, we got a brand new Xbox handheld, the Xbox ROG Ally, or the ROG Xbox Ally. They have their arrangement of words all different. It's so weird. But anyway, a brand new handheld Xbox. Air quotes. Aiden, what are we feeling about this?
I'm feeling nothing but positivity about it. I know I'm normally the guy who's like negative and also like the most hated person imaginable as per one YouTube comment, so thank you for that. But I'm speaking positively here in that I saw it, I got giddy. I got giddy in a way that I felt like I was viewing a Nintendo console from a company that actually cares.
Ah, look at that. Look at that.
That's how I felt.
He's normally never this positive, people. So let's just take a moment to acknowledge that. Now, I want to be clear. There are two different versions of this console. The ROG Xbox Ally and the ROG Xbox Ally X. Shout out Xbox.
If you're a real fan, you're only getting the Ally X. Just saying.
The higher end model, which, in case you want to know the differences, we're going to kind of run through all that and then talk about the console in general. I want to say first, both of these are going to be running on Windows 11 as the operating system for you people out there that would like to know about that. Both of the grips for this console, it's going to feel like an Xbox controller in hand. It's going to have the A, B, X, Y buttons, D-pad, LR immersive triggers, and all of the Xbox stuff. Of course, the Xbox button is going to be on the left side of the console. Yeah. My left,
Can I
your
just
right.
say I'm happy to see a handheld being made by a company that actually cares about your grip.
Yeah,
Nintendo, as much as I like the Nintendo Switch, you could really do better when it comes to your grips. I have hands that have to wrap like this, like weird claws around the back of your console, and it hurts.
Big meaty claws in the back of his console.
Big meaty claws.
So, for the processor, because we're going to get into the nitty gritty here. The ROG Xbox Ally, the plain one, is going to have AMD Ryzen Z2A processor, while the X Ally is going to have the AMD Ryzen AI Z2 Extreme processor chip. AKA, the X is going to have more power, and you're going to get a more baseline experience with the ROG Xbox Ally, the base model. Now, because I'm done yapping about numbers and HDR and all that stuff, I want to ask you, you own a Steam Deck, and you see this. What are you feeling as far as, like, what could this console do for you that the Steam Deck can't? What are you looking to get out of this specifically?
Play Xbox games.
Play Xbox
Ask
games.
me a harder question next time. It can play Xbox games, and it can play Steam games. And it runs off Windows, which means that I will be able to download emulators. Ooh. It also, like, more easily, because the Steam Deck's annoying because of the Linux operating system. I hate that thing sometimes. It makes it annoying to download stuff. But, yeah. Just overall, this is going to be way better than the Steam Deck, in my opinion. As much as I like the Steam Deck, this will be way better.
Okay, I respect that. Now, the one quote that they said that is really sticking out to me is, the Xbox Ally offers great value for anyone looking to take their favorite games wherever they want to play, whether it's Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Gears of War Reloaded, Lies of P, South of Midnight, or blah blah blah. You can play it on this console. That is where I think the conversation around this console starts, mainly because they're talking about value. And whenever I look at, like, again, I want to be full disclosure here. Asus ROG, they sent me one of their ROG Allies. I reviewed it here on the channel. Go check it out. And I said for that console, it came in at around $600, and I'm like, that's a little expensive for people looking to get into something like this. For this, the Xbox handheld, and I'm just gonna use the base one, the Xbox Ally. Do we think it comes in at around 600, or do you think this is going to be a budget console that comes in around 400 to 500, much in line with the Switch 2?
Okay, I'm looking at the ROG Ally right now. So the ROG Ally cost of it is $650. That is the official cost right there. I don't know what all that includes. That includes something. Windows 11, AMD Ryzen Z1 APU, RDNA 3 graphics. I mean, 512 gigabytes of storage. I mean, it seems very similar in terms of like tech going into it. So I say it's probably going to be that $600 mark.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it'll be cheaper than the original.
Yeah.
Don't know why. Like I just feel like it will be. But $600 is where I'm feeling like they're gonna stick the price, which is gonna be really steep for people.
That's where I think the X, like the higher performing one, I'm just gonna call it the Pro model. That one I feel will come in at around 700. That's like the enthusiast. Like, you get this if you want the best experience, you want all the power, you want all the storage, The ROG Xbox Ally, the base one, if they can get this at like a $500 to $450 price point, I only say that because if this is just strictly Xbox, it's just going to have the Xbox app on it. It's like the Steam Deck, but it's going to have Xbox OS that just boots into Game Pass and all that stuff. You can get away with doing like 450 and calling it a day, and that could be a perfect entry point into like the Xbox ecosystem.
Oh, didn't they say that it's gonna include Steam as well?
I think Phil Spencer sent out a tweet saying like you can get all of your favorite storefronts on this device.
Yeah.
And
They said no, yeah, I remember during the thing. They said Steam, they said GOG, they said another one too. Like they said three of them outside of Xbox.
yeah,
So, yeah, I mean, you're gonna have everything. So I don't think they might do like a version that's Xbox only,
yeah,
but
which that might
I
be
don't.
the native one they're making. But as far as this goes, being able to boot into Windows and have that experience, the one thing I was very keen on, and this is what made me fall in love with the ROG Ally, was the fact that like I had Steam, I had GOG, I had Epic Game Store, I had Xbox Game Pass, and my question now remains where there's people like me who have the ROG Ally, and this might be a tough sell for them. For me, I'm stupid. I can't manage my money right. I'm very impulsive. I'm hoping I get this. Other people might look at this and say, I got the ROG Ally X, the Pro one. What's the point? What's the point in jumping ship? I think for you, it's a different story. You have a Steam Deck. You don't have the ROG Ally, that ecosystem. This is very much a device that is catered to you. So, more or less, what would be the thing that ships you away? Would it be just the price, or is that kind of like
I mean,
whatever?
the price would definitely do it. If it goes over 600, I'm not for it. I mean, honestly, when it releases, I for sure am going to be selling my Xbox Series S. That is nothing but a DVD player for me. I don't use it. I am more inclined to use a handheld console, especially whenever I can get all my Steam games on it and my Epic Game Store games, all that. That's part of the reason why I love my PC over any of my consoles, is because I can just use any of the storefronts on my PC.
Exactly.
So if I can get them all on my handheld, hey, I don't need my Xbox anymore. I can trade that in. I can trade my own Nintendo Switch in because I'm gonna have the Switch too. And so I can trade my own Nintendo Switch in. I can do both of those. Those together will get me like an easy like 300, maybe 350. So like there you go. That's already over half of it paid. So yeah, I mean at that point I'm good. If it hits 700, I'm gonna be like, no, that's not worth it. That's gonna be absurd to me. But honestly, that could be a good like honestly, like ROG partnering with Microsoft could really turn in favor for them because Microsoft could bring down the cost.
That's what I'm
I mean,
thinking.
they are a much bigger company than ROG.
I
So,
also think if they can get the base ROG Xbox to be at that 450, that's a slam dunk. That I would recommend 10 out of 10. Go get this device. The other thing that I think not that many people are talking about now is all right, we've heard the rumors heading into the next gen Xbox that it's going to be this thing where you can have Steam, you can have the Epic Game Store, it's going to be a home console, but it's going to be this PC sideloading thing. This is going to be our first taste of what that console could potentially be in the future. And I cannot help but get more excited because now the conversations around us playing like God of War Ragnarok on our Xbox handheld in 2025, those conversations are very much real. And to me, like, that is what's mind blowing about all this. To finally see it get announced here and then say, like, yeah, you can get Steam, you can get the Epic Game Store, where those PlayStation games exist. It has been a cold day in hell for a lot of PlayStation folks out there. But again, this is the future of gaming. This is where everything is going. So I can't help but be excited for this device. I mean, again, like you said, handheld gaming, especially nowadays, has been my go-to. And now that devices are on par with that home console plug-in-the-wall experience, I mean, it's a no-brainer at this point.
yeah, I mean, honestly, that's what I'm saying. Like it's if it's on par with your console, why not just get a handheld?
Yeah.
It only makes sense to just get a handheld instead because then you can just take it with you wherever the hell you want to go.
And then the thing where you said where you're like, I'm gonna get rid of my Xbox Series S. I think this console also helps in that, where it's like heading into the next generation, you don't need that base like budget model. This could be it. This could be your budget model whenever that new one comes out. Charge the 700 whatever you want for it because it's going to be a more higher end device. Have this come in at like $400 or whatever. This is perfect. This is the thing that gets people in. Why do I need to own an Xbox? Well, I could take it with me on the go. I have all my PC gaming storefronts, and it works. It just works. So, again,
Yeah.
this is my biggest question, although heading into this. Will you need to do all the PC updates? Will you need to do all this stuff? Or is it going to be easy where it's like, no, you plug it in, you treat it like your Xbox, and it just kind of does everything for you?
I mean, I doubt you're going to need to do all the updates, at least not in the traditional sense, because it's not going to be actually like, oh, legitimately Windows 11 on it. It's not going to be that. It's going to be a console version of Windows 11, just like how you get like, Windows on the Xbox or whatever. It's
Yeah.
going to be like that. So it's really just going to be like oh yeah, it'll probably get the same updates that your Xbox system gets you.
And last, to kind of finish off here on a high note, we're going to judge a book by its cover. Looks for the console. What do we feel about that?
I mean, really, like
I don't know.
looks wise, I'm just like, I don't know. It looks like every other handheld to me. I'm sorry. It's like I look at it and I'm like, you know what? It looks like the Steam Deck kind of. It looks like the old ROG Ally. Like
It's
it
a
looks
chonky
very
boy.
similar. It's chunky, but I love it. It looks great. I
Yeah.
don't like really have like a you can't show me a bunch of gaming handhelds and be like, oh yeah, they look drastically different than one another. They all kind of look the same
It
to
all
me
blends
in a
in.
sense,
Yeah.
except for the Switch, which is just a really thin, easy snappable, easily snapped like device that you can
Yeah.
just like crack over your knee and just be done with it.
Yeah.
But I mean, really, when it comes to the ROG, it looks sturdy. It looks like, I could accidentally drop it and not have to worry about it breaking. Don't have to worry about the screen shattering or anything.
Yeah.
So like, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the design. I'm happy with how it looks. It's fine. I mean, I don't expect them to like be extremely innovative here and be like, "Ooh, look at this way super futuristic device that like has a screen that's like levitates off the other screen or anything." Like I'm not expecting some sci-fi technology here.
No, I expected, but like some people would be like, "Oh, this just the console handheld thing where it's like it looks like the controller with the screen jammed in the middle of it." Yeah, I mean, that's what it looks like to me. I'm not upset about it. I love the Xbox controller. It's my favorite gaming controller right now. So it's like, yeah, this will do it for me. This will feel fun. I just can't wait to actually see it in person and get hands on with it, and then just see how well this thing can run the games. I mean, we got a lot of games to look forward to, and now having this massive library of games on the go again on this device, they're cooking. They're cooking. So that's all I got to say about it. Do you have any final thoughts here?
I mean, really, I'm just excited for it. That's all I have to say about it. Is just I'm excited for it, and just looking at older iterations of the Xbox handhelds, or well, not Xbox handhelds, but the gaming handheld systems. I mean, genuinely, it looks better. So
Yeah.
just because it has the actual handles, that's my only justification for saying that. But
Yeah.
you know, I like having something to wrap these big meaty claws around.
Big meaty claws. Well, if you want to wrap your big meaty claws around more content, consider subscribing here to Game Sandwich, liking this video and all that. If you want to talk more about this console or any of your favorite games, join our Discord. Links to that is in the video description down below. But as of right now, for this episode of Community Kitchen, I've been Kalo, joined by Aiden, and we'll see you guys next time. If you enjoyed today's video and want more content just like this, consider subscribing to Game Sandwich for all your news, rumors, and reviews. And we'll see you guys next time.